Hello dear students, very good morning to you all. In today's class I teach you last topic from module number 5, that is preprocessors. In exam you may get a question like this: what are preprocessors? Explain in brief. Or what are preprocessors? Discuss the different types of preprocessors supported by C language. C language supports three types of preprocessors. First one is macro substitution directives, second one is file inclusion directives, third one is compiler control directives. First of all, we need to know what are preprocessors. Afterwards we discuss about all the three types one by one. First of all, one simple thing I explain you about preprocessors. Preprocessors are also called as directives. This one you need to remember. Preprocessors are also called as directives. This is one of the unique characteristic or unique feature of C language. Usually we won't find such type of features in any of the programming language. Usually we find such features in C language. That's why the preprocessors are the unique characteristic or feature of C language. Then what are preprocessors? The preprocessors can be defined as a small program. In reality, all preprocessors are a small program that runs before the main program runs. Already we know what do you mean by pre. Pre means before. What do you mean by pre? Pre means what? Before. Pre-processing means what? Before processing starts. Before the processing starts, whatever happens, that is called as pre-processing. Now before coming to the college, what you have to do now, that is what we call pre-processing. Before coming to the college, you take the college bag and you put all notebooks and books and calci and whatever you want, everything you put inside the college bag. Then you come to the college. Now you are in front of me. Whatever happened before my class begins, that is what we call pre-processing. I hope you understood. I hope you are getting the things. In generic I explained what do you mean by pre-processing. Look at the example, you will come to know. Here my C program started. Hash include standard input and output header file. This is one of the header file created by the developers of C language. In this header file only scanf is present, printf is present, all input and output functions are there. First this file will be added. Before the main runs, this file will be added. Before the main program starts, machine defines one symbolic constant as pi. Wherever now you write pi, machine substitutes 3.142. Afterwards the processing starts. This is what we call real processing. This is what we call process. Whatever happens before main, that is called as preprocess. Means these are preprocessors actually. Include is also a preprocessor. Define is also a preprocessor. Define preprocessor helps us to define symbolic constants. Means instead of writing this constant everywhere every time, why can't you use this symbol? If you are using this value many times, don't write that value every time. Define one symbol for that. Wherever you want to write this value, just write the symbol. Getting all of you? Very good. These two are the examples for preprocessors. Before the processing starts, these two are going to executed by machine. Include is also a small program. We don't know where is it, but that is a program. You can't see and read the contents. Include is a small program that runs before the main program starts. That include is called as preprocessor or preprocessors or directives. Define is also a preprocessor. This is macro substitution directives. This one is file inclusion directives. Why do we call it as a file inclusion? Because inclusion means add. it helps us to add this file so that we can use the contents from this file here. Hash include conio.h, hash include math.h, hash include htdlib.h, hash include string.h. All are example for file inclusion directives. Hash define PI 3.142, hash define some more examples. This is what we call preprocessor. Now you are able to answer the question, what are preprocessors? The preprocessor is another unique characteristic or feature of a C language. The preprocessor can be defined as a small program that runs before the compilation of main program begins. All the preprocessors starts with pound or hash sign. All the preprocessors starts with pound or hash symbol. This is what we call pound symbol or hash symbol. All the preprocessors do not end with semicolon. See here, this preprocessor is starting with hash. This preprocessor is also starting with hash. No semicolon at the end. No semicolon at the end. This is what I have written here. What are preprocessors? All the preprocessors begin with hash or pound sign and they do not end with semicolon. Good examples for preprocessors are include and define. The hash include and the hash define are most commonly used preprocessors by most of the C programmers. These are used to include external file. Include helps us to include external file, not only header file. You can include other C file also. If you include other C file, you are able to access the contents of that C file. John includes the file of Bob. Bob includes the file of John. John can access the contents of Bob. Bob can access the contents of John, like that. And define helps us to define symbolic constants. This is what we call preprocessors. If you write this much, you get 1 marks. What are the advantages of using preprocessors? If you have written the program by using preprocessors, others can read it so easily. Oh, PI, that is the pi value. INT, interest. See here, examples. Wherever I write n, number 100 will be substituted. Wherever I write max, 50 will be substituted by machine. Wherever I write min, machine substitutes 0. Wherever I write pi, machine substitutes this value. These are self-explanatory. Oh, max, maximum value. Min, minimum value. Pi, pi value. Easy to read. Easily you can read the program, not you, other readers. Written programs are easy to modify. If you are using some value repeatedly, max value is 50. This value used 100 times in your program. Wherever you want to use max, you have written max. Wherever you want to use 50, there you have written max. In the future, you may modify that value from 50 to 75. Don't change everywhere. Just change this value. Wherever you have written max, everywhere machine uses 75. It is easy to modify the program. It is easy to modify the values. That is the second advantage. Written programs are easy to modify. Written programs are easy to portable. The program whichever you run on Dell machine, that runs on HP also. The program whichever we write, that runs on Wipro machine also. That runs on all machine, no? That is compatible. That runs on all hardware platform. How? Because of compiler control directives. Because of compiler control directives. That is what the advantage. Written program runs on all machines. These are all advantages of preprocessors. How many types of preprocessors are there? There are 3 types of preprocessors. Macro, substitution directives. Very simple. There are 3 subtypes: simple, argumented and nested. I explain you. See here, macro syntax: hash define one symbol, then one value. Wherever I write n, machine substitutes this value. Wherever I write max, machine substitutes it. Wherever I write min, machine substitutes. Wherever I write, machine substitutes. All these are examples for macro. Macro means a small program. These are used to replace an identifier. These are identifiers. Replace identifier means symbolic constants with a given string, given values. These are used to define symbolic constants. This is a syntax. Hash define identifier equivalent value. Example, you can write here examples for macros with arguments. This is the first type. This is simple one. This is second type, argumented macros. These are argumented macros. Argumented macros means what? Argument means input. You can pass inputs to the macros. See here, square is a macro, square is a symbol. You can pass one value to it, x. If you pass x to it, it returns x into x. If you pass one value, it returns x into x into x. If you pass a and b, if a is greater than b, a will be given, otherwise b will be given. But you write each value in parenthesis. It is must, then only it works, otherwise no. A must be in bracket, b must be in bracket, this must be in bracket, question mark. If this is true, a will be given, otherwise b will be given. Okay, this is what? Argumented type. This is simple one. This is second one. You can pass the input and get the result. Third one is nested macro. Third one is nested. Nest means already you know. You can use the macros within one another. You can use the macros within one another. See the example. Hash define m5. Wherever I write m, machine substitutes 5. Wherever I write n, machine substitutes m plus 1, means 5 plus 1. M is used in this define, no? That's why this is nested. Up to now I taught you simple macros, argumented macros, nested macros. How to undefine? You assign the value. How to deassign? How to deallocate the value? We use undef preprocessor. Undefine means define n500. How to undefine? Undef n. Now value is removed from that one. I hope you understood. In the next class, I teach you file inclusion and compiler control directives. In today's class, I taught you what are preprocessors, what are the advantages, types of preprocessors. We studied simple, argumented and nested. In the next lecture video, I teach you file inclusion and compiler control. If you have any doubts, please ask. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care. See, this is the diagram. Preprocessors, macro substitution, simple example, hash define PI 3.142, and simple, argumented and nested. File inclusion directives, hash include extrude h, hash include extrude h. You can write in double quote also. You can write in angle bracket also. If you write in angle bracket, it will search for the file in include subdirectory of TC. If you type the file in double quote, it will search that file in the working directory. That is the difference. I teach you in the next class. And compiler control, the program that runs on all machines, they starts with hash symbol. See here, all these things are starting with hash. Hash if, hash elif, hash end if. In the next class I teach you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care.